Hi, ladies. I'm excited to be a part of your ladies' meeting. I'm sure you're having a great time. If Miss Cynthia Wilder has anything to say about it, I was delighted that she asked me to help be a part of your ladies' meeting that you're having there. She wanted me to share a bit about the paths that God leads us down, or the roads or the modes of transportation that He takes us to get us to where we are. All of us, I'm sure, know life can be hard sometimes when we're going through a valley, or it can be exciting when we're on that mountaintop. And sometimes there's a curve in the road, and you just don't even know where you're headed. And my life is the same as yours. We've been down many of those things, but I thought I'd share a bit of the last little leg of my journey that we've been on so far, and how God's led us to reach the Haitians in South Florida, to work with the Haitian people down there, and how He got us to that point in our life. We were missionaries to Haiti, for those of you that don't know, for 4 years, and God led us off the field, and we didn't understand why. And again, that was another path that He was leading us down, and we weren't sure what God was doing with our lives. We just knew we needed to obey the Lord and do whatever the Lord wanted us to do. And so we came back to America, where Rodney pastored and was an associate pastor for a while, and then had to resign the ministry because he has multiple sclerosis and his health was getting really bad. That was probably the biggest valley in our life that we've had to navigate through. And I can tell you honestly, some days I don't feel like that I responded the way the Lord would want me to. And some days I relied solely on His strength for that. It was a very hard year in our life to go through multiple sclerosis, and also to feel like the Lord's done with you, or with being in the ministry, or with whatever the Lord wants you to do. You just kind of felt like, okay, Lord, if I've surrendered to serve you, I'm willing to do whatever lesson I need to learn in this valley, please teach it to me. And no, I'm willing to listen and to serve you. And that was the best way that we could go through that valley. Yet in that valley, we learned so many lessons on things that we couldn't have learned anywhere else, and how that it's all about God. He can use anybody He so chooses. He just chooses to use you, and what a blessing and a privilege it is when you are used by God. But I honestly feel like we needed that valley, that lessons, those times in our life that we couldn't see what was up the road ahead. We couldn't see a way out of it. But the Lord always has a plan for your life, and we just have to rely on Him, and know that He knows what's best for us, and He's teaching us things that in the future we will need. We'll need that strength. We'll need that wisdom. We'll be able to help somebody else, maybe just because of some of the valleys that we've been through. Through that, Rodney was pretty much, he was even in a wheelchair for a while. There was really not a lot he could do. And as a wife, you kind of feel helpless. You kind of feel like you don't know what to do to help them, other than pray and cry and pray and cry and ask the Lord to just continue to strengthen both you and your husband. And during that year, that first year, which would have been 2006, 2007, we prayed a lot, and we were just real faithful church members. And then about 2008, that's when Rodney was in a wheelchair, I started teaching at our local church with the children. And then 2009, Rodney started helping me to teach, and he started being more encouraged. He went through a time of his life through depression, and that's not easy. And then when the earthquake happened in Haiti during all of 2009, which I didn't realize, God was working on Rodney, and Rodney was praying and asking the Lord to return us to ministry. And I had always prayed, Lord, you know that's where my heart is. Whatever you want is what I want. If you want me to be a faithful church member, I will serve you in my local church. If you want us back in full-time service, Lord, then that is exactly what I want to do. And when the earthquake in Haiti happened in 2010, again, that was another curve in our road. And we have a love for the Haitian people. God put that love there when He called us to the Haitian people. And we sat brokenhearted, just begging God that we could get back to see that our church people were okay, that things were okay, but not knowing that we would really have that opportunity. When the opportunity arose and we could go back to help those in Haiti, we so chose to do that, knowing that Rodney would probably not be able to live back in Haiti. And we prayed and begged God to let us continue working with the Haitian people, not knowing what He wanted us to do. And that's when God revealed to us how many Haitians were in South Florida and allowed us to have the desire of our heart and that burden to go back to the people that He has so called us to love them. And I know without Rodney going through Mass, we probably would not be in South Florida right now. So I know even in that valley, God led us there for His plan and His purpose. Thank you for letting me be a part. I hope this was a blessing.